Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on Ace of Arc. Today's video we're going to be showing you how to use the SketchUp free version on the web. This version of SketchUp is no subscription, no payment, and it's easy to use. So we're going to open our browser and just go onto Google and search up SketchUp for free or SketchUp on the web. So once we search that up, we're going to come to here and we want to make sure we're clicking on the actual SketchUp website, the one shown right here. Once we click on it, it will bring us to the main page of SketchUp, and we're just going to click Start Modeling. It's going to load here for a second, and then you are going to have to sign into a Trumbull account. So you are going to have to make an account, but there is no payment necessary. Just make an account with your email. So once you sign in and get through, it's going to bring you to this home page. I have some projects here. If you're new to this, then it should be empty. We're going to go up to this button here, Create New. If we hit the drop-down menu, we can pick what dimensions we wanted in for the video. I'm going to use architecture, feet and inches. And then you'll be greeted with this home page, and it might look a little intimidating at first, but we're going to go through everything starting down the left side toolbar. So if you hover your cursor over it, it's going to tell you what each of them are. But I'm going to walk you through one by one, and we're going to cover everything on the left side toolbar first. So I'm going to start off with the pen or line tool, the third one down, where I'm going to hover my cursor here, and this is going to be to draw a line. So we have three axes in SketchUp. The red axis at the front here is going to be side to side. From front to back, you're going to have the green axis, and up and down is going to be the blue axis, a simple XYZ axis. So what we can do with this line tool is we can type dimensions that will show up in the bottom right-hand corner. And I'm going to type 5 feet, and the line is automatically going to go to 5 feet. So that's as simple as it gets for the line tool. So I'm just briefly going to go over the eraser tool here. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. What we're going to do is the one above the line tool, and you simply can just click on a line or a face, and it will delete it. It also works the same as we can use Control-Z to bring that shape back, and then again erase it. Now, I should also briefly mention, when you're on a certain tool, you can always hit spacebar and it's going to bring you straight back to your cursor, as I just did there. And then we can select our next tool, which is going to be our rectangle tool. So this works very similar as the line tool, except obviously you're drawing a rectangle. So you can pull and push in any direction, and you're going to get a rectangle. You can also type dimensions by typing in a dimension and then a comma and then the other dimension, and it will give you the correct size. Now we can also use the push-pull tool here. Now this is one of the most effective tools in SketchUp. It makes any 2D object 3D by just simply pulling up. Now we can also use dimensions for this, so I'm going to put 5 feet and it will automatically snap to 5 feet. We can push and pull any side of the object out the side or out the front. So this is how you really want to bring your shape to life. So now that we have our square, we can move on. I just briefly want to say quickly that the tools I just showed you, the first 4 or 5, are honestly the most useful in all of SketchUp and the ones you'll be using the most. But we're going to keep on going down the list here with our next, which is the move tool. So first, we're just going to use our cursor and highlight our object. So we have all the faces and edges, and click the Move tool here. So this is just going to allow us to move the object around. So we can go front and back, side to side, everything you might think. It's very helpful, but to be completely honest, I don't use this tool all that often. We can also select our object, right-click, and we can make this object a group. What that does is, so when you click on the object, it comes up all as one instead of being all different components. Below that, we have our rotate tool, which is what you'd think it would be. This also snaps to all of your axes, so we can move it 90 degrees, 180 degrees, whatever you need to do. And you simply just do that by putting the rotate on whatever face you want and rotating it. Next, below that, we have our scale tool. So how we use our scale tool is simply select a face, and it would be what you imagine. We can pull it, make it bigger or smaller, and we can always press Control-Z, remember that, if you make a mistake. So also what's nice with the scale tools, if you're doing a sloped roof, we can grab it top to bottom, and you can make your roof sloped like that. So I know that's a lot of information, but those just briefly how we use each tool. So now we're going to briefly look at the colors. So this is the paint bucket emblem you're going to see on the far left-hand side here, and it's going to bring you up to this mini menu. Now, these are all the colors that are in the free version. They're not great, but we also have two other options here, which I'm going to go over in my part 2 video. I'm going to keep this super basic, so we can click a color and click on the face, and it's going to change it. So it's super basic. Next, we're going to use, which is our orbit tool. This is going to be to move around. It is very necessary, and you will use this a ton. You can also press down on your mouse scroll wheel. We also have our pan, which is back and forth, another very helpful tool. And then we have our tape measure. So this is for final measurements, making sure your dimensions are correct, and it will show up there. So as you can see, there's also other helpful tools with the tape measure, but that's a bit more advanced. Now that's a brief look over all the tools. Obviously you can open this mini menu and there's a ton more, and I will make a part 2 for this video, but for now I think you should start off there and start drawing your shapes and just getting a hang of SketchUp for what it is. I will also be going over in part 2 everything we have here on the right side. It's not necessary if you're a beginner, so that's why I'm going to make a part 2 for when you get a bit more advanced. I do want to mention to all the beginners, even if you're using the free version, all of my other videos are even if you have the pro version, are very similar. So I'd recommend checking out all the other beginner videos, and it will help you a ton. Obviously, you don't want to commit to having the full version if you're just using it for a project, but I would highly recommend checking out my other videos because they will be a huge help even if you are using this. Please like and comment, and if you want to see a part 2 of me using the free version, please comment down below and let me know so I know what you guys want. Thank you.